Pues estamos viendo el broadcast del show de los Salvadrines, and I feel real pleasure to have, I guess, a real young boxing guy that it's already my second time that I could see him fight on the ring, and I want to welcome you.
How you doing? My name's Jaivion, I'm Professor Cardinal.
Jamie, I want to tell you thank you for taking your time. I know you guys are busy. You
Yes,
guys are
sir.
doing your sparring. You guys are doing your gym. But I want you to talk to us a little bit about yourself. How did you start in this sporting of the boxing?
First of all, thank you for having me.
Ah.
I appreciate it. I started when I was about 13 years old. But
Okay.
I've always, learned the sport of boxing at a very young age, probably around like 7 years old.
Okay.
Just in the garage with my brother-in-law.
Okay.
And then, we finally walked into a gym one day when I was about 13 years old. And then
Wow.
from there, I kind of fell in love with it, you know what I mean?
Okay.
And then, now we're here. We're 7-0 with 4 knockouts. So, yeah.
And no loss?
No losses.
Damn! And how do you feel?
I feel good, you know what I mean? I feel like, this is only the beginning.
You think it's the barely the beginning of all
Yeah.
this? Hey man, I don't think it's the beginning. I think that you're already like halfway, and you're doing your thing, man. And how I said it at the beginning, it's my second time seeing you up there fighting, and I don't see no scare that you're panicking, that you go up on the ring and you're gonna say, oh, I'm gonna try to see how I'm gonna knock this opponent down. You're just there like 100%.
Yeah.
You're ready to do your thing,
Yeah.
and hey, man, just get it out of the way.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
how were you when you were young? You were one of those people that like to look for fights, or you were just one of those that you were just like a calm little guy?
I was for sure a hothead.
For real, I will not believe that.
Yeah, no, I was a hothead. I had a really short temper, so it was like any little thing, you know what I mean, I would trip out about, and I would always fight at school.
I won't
Fight with
believe you
kids.
this
Yeah,
one,
yeah,
and
yeah.
it seems like that you're a very calm guy. That if somebody's gonna do something to you, you're like, hey, what's your problem? What is it? You can
Yeah,
solve it
yeah.
right there.
Yeah.
But how you're telling me right now?
No, and boxing kind of molded me into that. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Boxing was like my therapy. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Before then, like it was like I was always short fused. You know what I mean? But boxing kind of like helped me control my temper and helped me. You know what I mean? Because obviously, like it got to a point where I get paid to fight, so I don't need to fight you for free. You know what I mean?
So how are you at this time when people just wanna be picking on you and they wanna start a fight with you? How are you at this time?
I mean,
Are you something that kick back?
I
cool
mean,
down?
a lot people don't really, try me. You know what I mean? Because it's like, I reciprocate respect. You know what I mean? I'm big on respect, so it's like you show me the respect, I'll show you respect. You know what I mean? So it's like I don't go out there like, oh look at me. It's like, hey, how you doing?
Hey, when the first time that I seen you, I seen you and I was like, oh no, he looks kind of mean. And I know that if I go tell him something, he's gonna tell me who you are, what you want, But now having you here live is something real different.
Nah, yeah, I'm real approachable. You know what I mean? It's funny that you say that because some people I get mixed responses when people say that. You know what I mean? Like some people say that I'm hard. I look as if I'm hard to approach, or some people like you seem like such a nice sweet guy. And I'm on that side. I'm a nice sweet guy. You know what I mean?
Okay.
I think it's just more so sometimes like in that environment. You know what I mean? It's kind of you catch me in a mode where I'm like hyped, especially after a fight. You know what I mean? Like I'm hyped. I just did well. I performed up there. You know what I mean? Like my girl said earlier on, like it's a switch. And so sometimes that switch kind of flickers a little bit. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So yeah. So
So tell us a little bit more. You told me 7 wins, correct?
yes. Yeah.
How do you feel with those 7 wins that you have? How do you feel at the moment right now?
I'm happy but not satisfied. You know what I mean?
Why? Oh, don't tell me you're not satisfied. I should be happy, excited that you have your 7
Yeah,
wins.
no. I'm definitely grateful. I'm blessed. You know what I mean? To be able to be 7-0.
Okay.
But you know what I mean? Just looking at the end goal. You know what I mean? I'm not satisfied until I reach that. And it's
Oh,
like
okay.
I wanna be a world champion. I want to be somebody who,
Wow.
yeah. That's
And I know you're gonna get there, bro.
yeah.
I know you're gonna
appreciate
get
it. I
there,
appreciate it.
and I feel it. You know that you're gonna get to that goal that you want to. It's only that how I told you before we started. You know, if you have that bad, vibra, how I could say it. You know that bad people that you're not gonna make it. Full, you know, just leave boxing alone. You know,
Yeah.
and I think you should just show them the other way that you'll make it. out there.
Yeah, you're always gonna have naysayers
Yes.
along your journey. You know what I mean? You're always gonna have naysayers. So you gotta learn what to block out and how to block out. You know what I mean? So I definitely have my fair share of naysayers, and I'm still, encountering them as I go. But you know what I mean? I think you just gotta have the strong will to just block it out and focus on what you want to do and what God has set you here for. You know what I mean? So.
Now, what is one of the goals that you have to catch up to? That you still have there online that you're like, okay, I already catch up this one. Let me catch up the other one.
I think it's just getting back to being active in the ring. You know what I mean? My last fight before this fight was in January of 2022. And it wasn't like I was inactive in the gym. It's just I couldn't land a fight. You know what I mean? It was hard for me to get an opponent. Everything was falling out as far as the opponent failing the drug test, not making weight. It was just a whole bunch on the business side. You know what I mean? But the goal by the end of this year and beginning and all the rest of next year is to stay active as much as possible. You know what I mean? So yeah.
So how do you? What keeps you going? Of the boxing, bro. What keeps you going? Because I know there's times that you're like, oh, you know what? No more. I'm already kind of tired, or I'm not getting where I want to get.
Mm-hmm. I think it's really, man. It's God. You know what I mean? I pray to God every day, and He puts these signs in my face, and just shows me that I'm going down the right path, even when things aren't looking on the upside. You know what I mean? It's still, I still see the light at the end of it. You know what I mean? So, God, my family. You know what I mean? My family are there. Really big supporters. They really encourage me to just follow my dreams. You know what I mean? So. I would say God, family. My girl, she's one of my biggest supporters as well. Yeah.
How do you feel that she's there with you? That she doesn't tell you, okay, babe, you can go ahead and go fight. I'll see you here from my phone. Go ahead and meet.
No, it's definitely encouraging, and it's definitely motivation behind it for sure. She pushes me to do better. You know what I mean?
Wow.
She's kind of like, she's my my best critic. You know what I mean? She'll let me know when I'm doing good and when I'm slacking off.
Don't tell me she screams at you. Hey, you know what? You're kind of slacking it out. What are you waiting for? That's been tight.
In a sense, yeah. You know what I mean? But
and how do you take that? You get mad and you're like, leave me alone. I know what I'm doing.
Not at all. I need it. You know what I mean? It's like it doesn't matter, you know what I mean, whether she's been in the ring before or not, you know what I mean? She knows me more than, anybody, you know what I mean? So it's like, it's one of those things where it's like, she'll tell me like, yo, like, you know what I mean? You need to lock in, you need to focus on this. And
so she tells you.
Yeah.
How was her reaction the first time that she sees you up there in the ring? She was nervous, or she was just covering her face. They're gonna beat him up, and what I'm gonna do? Should I get up from my seat and go jump in there and go finish off me? Finish off kicking his butt.
I think she was she was pretty confident. She was nervous. She did tell me she was nervous, but I think it was more out of excitement because she's been in the gym with me. You know what I mean? She's seen how hard I work. She's seen the sparring that I've done in the gym, and she's seen how well I performed in those sparring sessions. You know what I mean? So she was pretty confident. You know what I mean? It's just nervous. You know what I mean for her being excited about it.
So we could say that she's up with you every step that you're taking.
For sure.
Wow.
For sure.
That would be so nice if the other ones too take the same thing, the same old step. But there's some of them that, hey, babe, you should be boxing, and I don't want you to get hurt. Just be boxing.
Yeah.
She's one of them that she's every step that you're taking, she's in back of you.
Yeah, it's very rare that you find that. You know what I mean? And when you do find it, you want to hold on to that. So, yeah.
Wow. So I could just tell her that to keep going in the back of you, man.
Yeah.
So how do you get ready when it comes up to when they tell you, hey, you have a fight next month? How do you prepare yourself? How you get ready?
So, first and foremost, I'm kind of always ready. You know what I mean? Just because I'm always in the gym. Like
Okay.
I'm always, I've been around long enough to know that something could happen next week. You know what I mean? Like we could get a call and like, hey, we got a fight for you next week. Next Saturday. Are you ready? You know what I mean? If you're not ready, you just kind of blew an opportunity. You know what I mean?
Have there been time when they
Yeah,
call you up?
yeah.
Hey, are you ready for next Saturday?
Yeah, my last fight, the first fight you saw me.
Okay.
I got that fight within a 2 weeks notice.
Wow.
Yeah.
But you were ready.
I was ready. You know what I mean? Because I was in training camp. I was sparring world champions. I was going from here to here to spar, and you know what I mean. Just always staying in the gym. You know what I mean. I'm a huge gym rat. So. That's the main thing, just staying ready. And then once we officially get a date, the intensity picks up, of course, you know what I mean, where it's like now we're starting to game plan, we're starting to, focus on, the weight cut early on, because the biggest thing is weight cutting. If you don't wake up properly, it can affect you in the fight. You can end up being drained, you can end up getting gassed out early because you don't work this hard to cut 10 pounds in 2 days or a day, so you always want to make sure that you have all your ducks in a row, you know what I mean? So cutting weight and game planning are the two top things, so.
And what is the weight that you fight in?
I fight at 168.
168.
Yeah, super middleweight.
Is it hard for you to, let's say that you eat yourself a burrito and you pull up three numbers up what you're fighting? Is it hard for you to bring it down, those 3 numbers down? No? It's not hard for you?
No,
Wow.
not no more. There was like early on, it used to be hard for me when I'm like first turn pro, you know what I mean? It was definitely hard for me. I didn't know the science of it or how to do it properly, you know what I mean? I wasn't taught that, you know what I mean? I had to kind of do my own research and go through my own trial and error. But now, like, with it being 7 fights in, I do a lot better. You know what I mean? So it's like I don't feel drained. I don't feel weak throughout training camp. I feel good. So and during the fight, I feel even better.
So talk to me. This fight that just recently passed, I seen your other opponent.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna find it funny. The other opponent was a little bit smaller, and you're the tallest out there.
Yeah.
How do you feel that they find you a little opponent and you're here, a huge man? How do you feel through this?
I'm used to it because I'm tall for my weight.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Have you fighted someone the same height?
Yeah. My first fight,
Okay.
my pro debut, he was the same height as me. But
Okay.
other than that, everyone's been shorter than me. And honestly, my first fight, that was kind of like, it caught us off guard. It caught me and my team off guard because we wasn't expecting him to be tall, and he ended up being tall. So.
So what did he say at the moment?
We kind of were just like, all right, let's bring it. You know what I mean? So he put up a good fight. It was definitely a great fight. You know what I mean? That fight went to decision. I got the unanimous decision, but it was definitely a great fight, and but other than that, everyone else has been shorter than me. Yeah.
So talk to me a little bit more. Jim, you do it through Monday through Friday, and Saturday and Sundays are your day off? Or how does it work?
Usually, so Monday through Friday I'm at the gym, and then Saturday I do a long run in the morning, and then strength and conditioning at night, and then Sunday it would be my day off. You know what I mean? Yeah, my day to relax. And,
Wow.
you know what I mean?
Is it hard for you to wake up 5, 6, 7 in the morning?
Not really.
Not
You know what I
really.
mean? Sometimes, especially when you go to sleep late, you know what I mean? Sometimes it's just like, you have other things going on, you got your other responsibilities you got to handle, and you end up getting home or end up finished cooking by 10, 11, and you end
What's
up.
up with the love? She doesn't have her food ready when you get
Oh no,
home.
so yeah, no, she helps out with that
Yeah.
too for sure. But
Wow.
we both have lives, you know what I mean.
Okay,
So
okay.
sometimes it doesn't sometimes it kind of gets out of out of schedule, you know what I
Okay.
mean. And then sometimes we're just like, all right, we're it's crunch time, we got to kind of hurry up and cook and everything like that. But for the most part, we have a routine. But some days, we do have curveballs, you know what I
Yeah.
mean. And I mean that comes with it, that's life.
What have you been doing to keep yourself 100% in the boxing? What have you made on the side and said, okay, you know what? I cannot go to that. I cannot go to that. I cannot go with my friends. To keep yourself 100% in the boxing. What have you left on the side?
Um, I think it's. I didn't really leave anything on the side. I think it's just more about a balance. You know what I mean? It's a time and place for everything. You know what I mean? So it's like it's not what you do, is how much you do it. You know what I mean? I think the most I can say I sacrifice, and it's not really a sacrifice for me, but I don't drink, I don't smoke. You know what I mean?
Wow.
But other than that, I can go have fun. I can go, hang out with my friends, but that's at a moderate, you know what I mean, a moderate level. I don't do it every day. I don't do it every weekend. You know what I mean? But I definitely enjoy. You need that. Or else you're gonna go insane. You need to be able to have fun. You need to be able to have a little leisure. And so, there are times where it's like I do have to pick and choose. Where it's like, oh, I can't hang out. You know what I mean? So there are times where it's like I would have to turn it down. You know what I mean? But as far as not doing it at all, there's times where I can do it, you know what I mean? Then there's times where I can't, so.
Through all this, what does mom tell you? Your mom is one of the panic person that's like, son, just leave boxing. I'm just scared.
Nah, my mom was a gangster.
Oh, really?
My mom is a gangster, bro. She is a gangster. She's one of the ones where she'll tell you if you don't kick his ass, I'm gonna kick your ass. And you
Oh, for real? Wow.
Like,
How do you know that your mom is like that?
Man, listen. It's one of those things where it's like I'm more afraid of her than my opponent. You know what I mean? So it's like I don't want to go in there and be like, nah. I'm rather deal with you and then rather than deal with her. So that's kind of like extra push right there too.
What about your dad?
I don't know my father.
Oh,
Yeah.
So how do you feel that your mom is there 100% with you? You say she's mom and dad at the same time.
Yeah.
You're not the only one. I mean that little part too.
Yeah.
That mom is mom and dad. But how do you feel that your mom is have mom, have dad, and she's there with you?
Man, it means the world. She's amazing. You know what I mean? She goes through her things as well. You know what I mean? So it's like we're there for each other. So I done seen my mom go through the worst of the worst. So it's definitely motivating me, and that's one of the things that kind of like keeps pushing me to move forward. You know what I mean?
Has it been hard for you to see all this? And you're doing your boxing, has it been hard for you?
Definitely. You know what I mean? Especially growing up at a young age, you kind of, you go through these things and you don't understand it, and it's just like, you try to wrap your head around it, and, those are mental warfares that you go through, you know what I mean? So, especially when you kind of don't have, like you would say, my father, to kind of guide me through that, you know what I mean? It's kind of like I have to, don't get me wrong, I have father figures in my life, you know what I mean? But it's different when it comes from your actual father, you know what I mean? So it was one of those things where it's kind of like I had to learn and do this myself, you know what I mean? As far as like just figuring out and getting a hold of these emotions and getting a hold of these things. But I did have guidance as well, you know what I mean? My sister, my brother-in-law, they were they were big, you know, platforms or outlets to help me, you know what I mean, get through those things, get through those times, and help me understand and grow into the man I am now. So yeah.
Now, through all this, what motivates you through all this? You know?
The biggest motivation is just changing, you know, changing the scenario. You know what I mean? Changing, you know, the generational curses. You know what I mean? I want to provide generational wealth for my children and my children's children. You know what I mean? I have a 5-year-old son. You know, and so he's like one of the biggest motivations there is. You know what I mean? So I want him to grow up the opposite of the way I grew up. You know what I mean?
What about if he tells you, "Hey, Dad, I want to do what you're doing in boxing"? And you're gonna.
I'm gonna support him. I'm gonna be with him through every step of the way. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna force him into it. You know what I mean? But nor am I gonna push him away from it. You know, I'm gonna let him choose what he wants to do. And of course, I'm gonna guide him properly. You know what I mean? Guide him and show him. You know what I mean? The reality of it. You know, I'm not gonna baby him, but I'm also not gonna let him get hurt. You know what I mean?
That's nice, man.
Yeah.
So, has there been time where you just want to throw the towel?
Of course, you know what I mean. There's definitely been times where you know I just go through, you know, like I said before, an emotional warfare where, you know, it's just everything is weighing down on me. You know what I mean. But that's when when you go through that, and I'm not the only fighter that goes through that. You know what I mean. I've seen all my fighter friends and everything like that. They've all, you know, kind of go through that, and it comes with the sport. It comes with anything you do in life. You know what I mean? That's part of life.
Yeah.
But it's okay to step away. It's okay to, you know, reset. You know what I mean? You need that. You need to reset. You know, refocus and kind of, you know, just bounce back. And I feel like when you do that, you come back even stronger. You know what I mean? So I've been through that. I've been through, you know, those times where I just feel like I'm done with it. I don't want to do it no more. And that has made me even tougher mentally, you know what I mean, and made me go harder and you know, just redirect, you know, my focus, you know what I mean? So yeah.
So what's coming in through your mind? Once you're ready, you already walk into that ring, you already know who you're gonna fight. What's going in through your mind at that moment?
Execute. Execute. That's it. Just, you know, we already did the game planning backstage, training camp, you know what I mean? Now it's time to just go execute, you know, so that's all that's going through my mind. Executing. I'm hurt.
You don't feel nervous at the moment? Because I know that you guys come on looking mad and all that stuff, you know, but
I don't, not necessarily. I think it's just more anxious rather than nervous. Because it's like, you know, training camps can be long, it can be gruesome, it can be tiring, it can be stressful, you know what I mean? Sometimes, depending on, you know, so it's one of them things where it's like, I've been through all of this to get to this point right here. It's like, I'm ready, you know what I mean? I can't wait, you know, I'm like, let's skip past all of this and let's just ring that bell, you know what I mean? So that's what it is. It's just more so just the anxiousness and just the excitement to, you know, showcase the work that you put in leading up to this. So yeah.
Who's the person that chooses the colors of your shorts, your vest? Who's the one?
I came up with that. Yeah.
Wow, nice colors. Yeah. I like the one that you used a couple of days ago. Here in Long Beach.
Yeah.
I like the colors.
Yeah.
So you're the one who decides.
Yeah. So, you know, that was a Long Beach theme. Yeah, for those that for those that don't know, Long Beach is a Crip city, and you know, I'm not gang affiliated. But my family is. You know what I mean? And I grew up seeing that, and I also could have went down that path, but because, you know, I was always in the gym, and, you know, I had a different path. You know what I mean? I didn't. You know what I mean? But it's something that means something to me. You know what I mean? If that makes sense. Like it's a symbol of just where I come from and how I grew up. You know, so.
So like, you think that if it would not been from the boxing, you would have taken the wrong path?
For sure.
Wow.
For sure. Just because, you know, influences all around you. You know what I mean? And I went to Long Beach Poly. That's a school right in the hood. I grew up directly in the hood. You know what I mean? I grew up in the project, so it's like you grow up seeing that, and it's so easy to fall into that and make the wrong decision.
And who are you thankful through to all this that you didn't took the wrong path and you're on the right line now?
Oh, my entire family. You know what I mean? Everyone has played a role in my family. They've been there. They guided me, told me right from wrong, told me like, look, if you do this, you're gonna end up like this. If you do this, you're gonna end up like that. You know what I mean? So my sister, my brother-in-law, my moms, my uncles, everyone, you know what I mean? So they kind of have guided me in the right direction, and I'm thankful for it. And we're here now, so now it's like I feel like I owe it to them to see it through and walk this journey.
So what advice you could give to those young little guys that are out there and basically being being on the butt out there, But what advice can you tell them, bro?
I would say, go after what you want. Don't go after what you see. Block out all the negativity, block out the bad influences, and focus on what makes you a better person, what helps you provide for your family, what will help you change your circumstances. Just focus on those things, and if you focus on those things, your life gonna be a lot easier. You don't want to do things that allow you to end up either dead or in jail. You know what I mean? Because out there, that's all that it can amount to. So want more for yourself, want more for your family, and pray to God and continue to be, continue to follow, down that path that He sets you for, and follow your dreams. That's it. The main thing is just to follow your dreams. Even when no one supports you, even when someone tells you that you can't do it, prove them wrong. You know what I mean? Prove it to yourself and owe it to yourself and your family. So.
Wow, I like those words, bro. Have you had chance to talk to little guys?
All the time. You know what I mean? Whether it's my little cousins, whether it's young kids around the neighborhood. You know what I mean? I talk to them all the time. You know what I mean? Because I was in their shoes. I was in their, in their path where it's like, I don't know where my life can amount to yet. You know what I mean? I don't know if I go this direction, I might end up like that, or if I go that direction. So I've been there. You know what I mean? So it's one of those things where it's like, it's relatable. You know what I mean? You just gotta relate to them. For me, the biggest thing was, just relating to, people in the gym, or even, just in life, who kind of had a similar upbringing as me, you know what I mean, but made more of themselves, you know what I mean, because of their upbringing, so that was inspiring to me rather than holding a gun and banging a set, you know what I mean, so, yeah.
Wow. Well, I wish you good luck, bro. I hope a lot of fights come through you. What does your friends tell you now that they see that you're doing your boxing? They have some little respect, and they're like, "Hey, watch out! Have respect for him because see, there he comes."
Yeah, most of my friends, I grew up with. You know what I mean? I keep my circle close, and I keep my circle like small. You know what I mean? To where we kind of, if you've been there since day one, we locked in. And most of them kind of already knew, you know what I mean? They would, even when I didn't believe it, they believed it, you know what I mean? They would always tell me, like, are you going to be a world champion? We ain't going to never have to worry about money, nothing. So no, that was, another motivational key, you know what I mean? It's just seeing the support, man. The support is everything. It's like I even get people who barely know me, you know what I mean? But
I'm one of them.
Yeah, no, and again, I appreciate it, you know what I mean? That's why it's like I had to, return a favor and just show up here and this is honestly doing me a favor. This is pretty dope.
Hey man, hopefully it's not gonna be the first time that I'm gonna have you here.
No.
And I know it's not gonna be my first or second time seeing you up there in the ring.
For sure.
But hey man, I wish you all the good luck out there. Hopefully a lot of fights, come through, and hopefully you keep fighting around here.
Yeah.
If I could go ahead and see you for the third, fourth, fifth, sixth time.
Yeah.
But I wish all the good luck, bro. Always keep going forward for your goals, bro. And I feel happy for you. And believe it or not, I'm happy because you won, this fight, and I think you're happy too.
Yeah.
So it's something that I wish all the good luck. And how could people find you on the social media?
My first and last name, Jaivion Cardinal, on all platforms. That's JAIVIONCARDINAL. Jaivion Cardinal, all platforms you'll find me.
So there's another fight coming up?
There's another fight coming up. I don't have the exact date.
It's going to be here local?
Yeah, it's gonna be.
Oh, great, man!
Yeah. So now this your chance to actually come up to me and talk to me.
So basically, everything you're gonna put it up on your Instagram.
Yeah. I want to announce it as early as possible. You know what I mean? Just so people can.
Do you already have something in mind who you're gonna be fighting with, or they haven't told?
Not yet. I think the first thing is just locking in a fight date. There's a few opponents, that we kind of were working on fighting in this past fight. You know what I mean? But it didn't work out, so we kind of
So there's other opponents that they're anxious to fight you.
Yeah.
How do you feel that there's some other boxing?
I encourage it. I bring it on. I invite it. You know what I mean? Because without them, there's no fight. So I want them to want to fight me. I want them to feel like they have a chance. Because then that's gonna force them to bring their best game, and then that's gonna force me to bring my best game. And you know what I mean? And when I come out on top, it's just only gonna make the win that much more sweeter.
Now, the last thing I'm asking, you think you hit hard?
Yeah.
You do?
Yeah.
So there's something that I just gotta be scared of you there.
And it's I have like surprising power. You know what I mean? Because I'm so tall and lanky. Yeah. I'm not really like short and stocky, or like I'm not built like that. Like I'm ripped and cut up for sure, but a lot of people will go and like underestimate it. You know what I mean? So it's like, and I feel like that'd be that's when, they get caught off guard, and that's when they, get hurt, you know what I mean? So I definitely have surprising power. And I've had plenty of people in the gym tell me like, bro, I didn't think you were that strong, you know what I mean? Like, but yeah.
And how do you feel that people tell you?
It's one of the things where it's like, not to sound cocky or anything, but I kind of already knew this about myself, you know what I mean? So this is something I discovered, at a very young age. This is something that I done been through the ringer. I done been through, challenging times where I found out so much about myself. You know what I mean? So it's not so much that people can tell me that I don't already know. And I say that in the most modest way. You know what I mean? But in this sport, you gotta kind of already have that. If you don't have it figured out yet, you kind of in a danger zone a little bit, you know what I mean? So you gotta have that figured out. You gotta know what are your strongest attributes, and you gotta also know what are your weaknesses as well. You know what I mean? So I'm not gonna sit here and list them on.
So how are you when you're out there? You're the same person that I'm meeting right here, or you're another person out there that there goes Louis, don't look at him.
No. I'm the same person, man. Like I said, next fight, bro. Come up, talk to me, bro. We'll have a whole conversation.
Well, I wish you the good luck, bro.
Yes,
this is
sir.
your house. Whenever you want to come back, feel free. You're part of
sure.
the family. I know I have a lot of boxing friends. Yeah. But I wish you the good luck. I know that you get ready, and whenever you have that little call or they send you that little text, hey, we have a fight for you. You are ready for the fight.
Yes, sir.
And I wish you all the good luck. There's something else you want to add?
Just follow my journey. Once again, Jaivion Cardinal on all platforms. Follow my journey. Like I mentioned earlier, this is only the beginning. You're gonna see a lot of me for many years to come. I appreciate you for tuning in. I appreciate you, Louis,
Thank you.
for having me here. And yeah, let's do it. Let's keep it going.
I stop. See you later.